Hey, it's Lily. Let's just listen to a story together. Tonight I've got something that will pull you in from the very first moment. A tale about the perfect suburban couple, the neighbors everyone admired, until one hidden text message under a fake name cracked their picture-perfect life wide open. Secrets, guilt, temptation, and choices that could break a family forever. Let's dive in. I'm Nate, best friend to Mark since 10th grade, honorary uncle to his 2 kids, the guy who borrows their pressure washer every spring and never remembers to bring it back. I've watched Mark and Lucy become the perfect couple at church potlucks and Christmas pageants, matching sweaters, synchronized smiles, the works. If our block had a brochure, they'd be the cover photo. Their blue-trimmed colonial, the white pergola, a backyard set up like a Pinterest board. They've been married 7 years, 2 kids, Eli, 6, obsessed with dinosaurs, and Nora, 3, who thinks cinnamon sugar is a food group. Every Sunday we share a pew and a plate of donuts afterward. I'm not some cynic. I wanted to believe their happiness was the real thing. I wasn't snooping. I swear I wasn't. The screen lit up on its own, and the subject line caught my attention because Mark's mower works fine and everybody knows Mike retired last year. I told myself I'd glance just long enough to see if it was a spam text, maybe a scam. But the preview said, "Can't stop thinking about tonight." Then another, "You okay?" You looked sad at pickup, then a photo icon. My stomach dropped in that clean, sudden way, like missing a stair in the dark. I heard steps and slapped the phone down. The scent of Lucy's kitchen, vanilla candle, garlic softening in a pan, felt suddenly aggressive, like it was trying to cover something. Lucy breezed in, ponytail high, wearing an apron that said, "Kiss the cook," like a joke she wouldn't actually tell. She smiled at me with that tired brightness I'd started noticing after Nora was born, when the sleeplessness calcified into something heavier. "Can you slice the tomatoes?" she asked, tugging at a stuck drawer. Mark's wrangling Eli and the grills being temperamental. I picked up the chef's knife and tried not to look at the phone. It buzzed again. She didn't flinch. She had that mom focus, moving with the calm efficiency of someone who has a checklist stitched behind her eyes. 2 plates went on the island. A stack of paper napkins appeared. A bottle of wine breathed near the sink. The phone trembled again, a little tremor that seemed to shake the whole room. "Your mower repair guy's persistent," I said, aiming for jokey and landing in shaky. She froze for half a second. "She's good, Lucy. Always has been." But for that half second, the smile cracked. Then she recovered. "Oh, that?" She reached over and swiped the screen dark without reading it. "Long story. Mark's ancient mower. I put in a service request a while ago. Mike retired," I said before I could stop myself. Too sharp, too knowing, she met my eyes. Something moved behind hers. Annoyance, maybe, or fear. Then she looked toward the backyard where Mark was flipping burgers. Eli was narrating a T-Rex ambush, and Nora was holding a bubble wand like a scepter. The picture-perfect scene. Lucy's voice came out low. "You need to take the buns out, Nate." Yeah, sure." We said nothing else. But for the rest of the afternoon, I felt like a third ingredient in everything. Suspicion, shame, and something that felt a lot like grief. Lucy laughed at the right times. She squeezed Mark's shoulder as she passed behind him, and he leaned into it with the unthinking trust of a man who still believes. I kept checking her face when she wasn't looking. wondering what I hadn't seen in these years of easy Sundays. The breeze carried the smell of charcoal and cut grass and the faint sweetness of Nora's bubble solution. I hated that the world went on being pleasant. Here's the thing. I'm not a saint. I'm sympathetic, but I'm judgmental too. My parents split when I was a kid, and the mess left a ring around everything. I don't think marriage makes you holy, but when you sign up for a life with 2 toddlers and a mortgage and the ritual of hauling a diaper bag into the church nursery every week, the least you can do is keep your side of the street clean. If something's broken, you say so. You don't hide it behind Mike's mower repair. I told myself I'd drop it. Lots of innocent explanations. Maybe Mike was a mom group code in case of weird spam. Okay, that one didn't even convince me. Maybe it was a cousin named Mike, and they're fixing a mower for her dad. Nope. My mind kept circling the phrase, "You looked sad at pickup," and I realized it meant school pickup, which meant someone had seen her in the daylight, with the kids, and noticed enough to ask. That kind of familiarity doesn't come out of nowhere. The texts didn't turn into a mystery for long. That evening, after the neighbors left and the kids were put to bed, Mark asked me to help fold up the collapsible tables and tuck the extra chairs into the garage. We moved in that comfortable rhythm we've had since high school. He carries 2 chairs. I carry 3 and pretend to be stronger. He throws me a beer. I pretend to catch it and nearly drop it. Ordinary guy stuff. Dumb little rituals that turn into trust without you noticing. "Hey," he said, kicking the garage door stopper back into place. "Thanks for coming early and helping Lucy." "You're a lifesaver." "No problem," I said, and took a sip of the beer I didn't want. "How's work?" He grinned. "Busy. Trying to get this Q3 thing ironed out before the Denver trip. You know how it is. New guy in accounting, super sharp. Keeps saving my hide with the numbers. Probably keeps me from getting yelled at by Bryant." "New guy?" I asked. The phrase snagged on something, though I didn't know what yet. "Yeah, started what, 2 months ago?" "Name's Mike. Mike. H." He snapped his fingers, searching. "Last name's long and Polish. He's chill, though. We hit the gym at lunch sometimes. He's got 2 dogs and a car that's constantly in the shop. Don't buy European, man, I'm telling you." I swallowed, and it was like the beer turned to gravel in my throat. "Small world," I said. "Yeah." He wiped his hands on a towel, looking pleased. "Anyway, Lucy's been a champ with the travel and the late nights. I know it's been rough with the kids, especially with Nora in that up at 4 a.m. phase again. I keep telling her it's not forever. I've tried to be home for bedtime more, but..." He shrugged, sheepish. You know, I did know. He had been gone more. He had missed a few church small group nights. He had started answering texts in little bursts on the back patio, then coming in and kissing the tops of the kids' heads with that distracted tenderness. The kind that's almost worse because it tries so hard to be enough. We finished cleaning the garage. I waved, drove home, and sat in my car in the dark, listening to the engine tick as it cooled. My phone screen glowed at me, accusing. There's a moment when knowledge tips into responsibility, and you can't untip it. I told myself I would sleep on it. Maybe it was the other kind of Mike. Maybe I was seeing ghosts in the dark. Sunday morning, the light in the church sanctuary looked like warm water on wood. Lucy and Mark took their usual spot. 3rd row, left side. Eli leaned against Mark's arm, drawing dinosaurs on the back of a bulletin with a stubby pencil, tongue poking out. Nora sat in Lucy's lap, fingers in her hair. During the hymn, Lucy sang softly, and I watched her profile, the way she closed her eyes on certain phrases like they were windows she didn't want to look through. Afterward, Mark ducked into the nursery to help pick up toy blocks, leaving Lucy and me in the lobby, our paper cups of bad coffee steaming politely. "Lucy," I said, heart hammering. Because if there's a right place to say a hard thing, it's probably not next to a banner about Vacation Bible School. But maybe that's the point. Maybe the right place is wherever truth chases you down. Her eyes flicked to my face, then to the doorway where Mark would reappear any second. "Nate," she said, low, almost warning. My voice felt like it belonged to somebody else. I couldn't say affair. I couldn't say lies. So I said, "I saw the texts. Yesterday. On the counter." She didn't pretend to misunderstand. The mask dropped in slow motion. The careful wife expression. The bright mom smile. All the practiced layers slid off until she was just a woman who looked tired and scared and braced for impact. "You weren't supposed to," she said, which is not the same as, "There's nothing to see." "Is it new?" I asked, hating myself for asking, as if the timeline would make betrayal tidier. A micro nod. Her mouth tightened. "It's not what you think. I think it's someone texting you under a fake name." I kept my voice steady because we were literally 10 feet from a bulletin board with photos of last month's baptism. "And I think you're not okay." She stared into her coffee, then back at me. "Do you know what it's like," she said softly, "to be touched every minute by small hands, and then not at all by the one person who promised to see you? To be needed all day and invisible at night? He's working. He's exhausted. I'm exhausted. Every conversation is about diapers or tuition or how to keep Eli from licking the slide. I feel like I disappeared the day Nora was born and nobody noticed. I did notice, I thought, but I kept my mouth shut. The truth is, I noticed in pieces. The way she fumbled for words sometimes, or wore a sweater inside out, or laughed too loud at nothing. But noticing in pieces doesn't add up to help. And this, Mike, he listens, I said, the name sour. He noticed I cut my hair, she said, and I swear her eyes shone with equal parts shame and relief. He remembers the stories I tell. He texts good morning and asks how pickup went, and tells me when the sky is pretty at 5 p.m. outside his office. She shook her head, angry at herself. It's stupid. I know it's stupid, but it felt like oxygen. Are you? Have you? I choked on the rest. Graphic details would blow a hole through us. How far? Her cheeks flushed. We've had coffee. Twice. We kissed. Once she said it like she was reporting a fender bender. I told him I have to slow down, that my family is... She glanced toward the nursery. This isn't me, Nate. It is now, I said, and immediately wished I'd swallowed it. Sympathy and judgment, both hands on the wheel. She bit her lip hard enough to leave a mark. Are you going to tell Mark? That was the question drop-kicking around my skull since the kitchen counter. I pictured Mark's face, the way he looks at her when she hands him a spatula like it's an inheritance. I pictured Eli's careful letters in crayon and Nora's sticky kisses. I pictured our backyard BBQs, the glow of string lights, the feel of grass under bare feet, and the unobtrusive hum of a life built carefully over years. I also pictured my mom's face the day my dad's secrets spilled out. How betrayal rearranges a person's features like melted wax. I don't know, I said truthfully. I'm not sure what helps and what just detonates. She nodded, relief and terror braided. Please don't. Not yet. She put the cup down and rubbed her temples. I know how it sounds. I am trying to pull back. I blocked his number last week. He emailed me. I blocked that. He sent... She stopped, swallowed. I keep failing to be as strong as I want to be. But I want to want my marriage more. I'm trying, and I believed her, which made me angrier, because desire and trying are not fences, they're intentions, and intentions can't walk a leash. Then end it, I said, softer than I felt. End it for real. Delete the contact. Tell him it's over. And tell Mark the truth about how you feel. Not everything, but enough to be honest. Her eyes filled in that sudden way that makes you feel like you wandered into a private room without knocking. You think I haven't tried? When he's home, he's a good dad. He's kind. Then his phone pings, and he's back in some spreadsheet, promising me next week will be better. And I believe him. And then it isn't. Mark emerged then, carrying Nora, who had a sticker on her cheek and a fistful of goldfish crackers. Hey, he said, easy as Sunday. We're hitting snowballs. You coming, Nate? I half laughed because sincerity is cruel sometimes. Yeah, I said. I'll drive separately. We went through the day like people who hadn't had the conversation we'd just had. At the shaved ice place, Lucy got lemon and tasted none of it. Mark stole a spoonful like always, then pretended to hate it because it was too sour, which was the joke they always made. I watched them and thought, they are both trying to keep the same glass from shattering, and both of them are holding it too hard. That night, I lay awake listening to the house settle, the occasional car pass, the refrigerator hum. I pulled up my messages with Mark, then with Lucy, like the answer might be hidden in our photos from the pumpkin patch last fall. Eli in a Spider-Man hoodie, Nora sticky with caramel, Lucy leaning her head on Mark's shoulder while he made a silly face. I scrolled farther back, to a picture of all three of us at a baseball game before kids, before mortgages, when weekends were long and our group chat was mostly dumb memes and deciding which bar had the best nachos. At 12:10 a.m., my phone buzzed, a number I didn't recognize. My stomach flipped because I already knew who it was, unknown. Hey, Nate. This is Mike. I think we should talk. There it was. A new thread. No mower repair mask. Just the name straight up. My first thought was, how did he get my number? My second, why me? Third, did Lucy tell him? My brain spun until it made me dizzy. I typed, how did you get this number? 3 dots. From the group text for the neighborhood BBQ. Sorry, I know this is weird. Can we meet? Tomorrow? Quick coffee? I stared at his words. The casual tone. The audacity froze me more than the content. He wasn't texting Lucy under a fake name anymore. He had found me in the ecosystem of our lives, like a fish slipping through the reeds. Why? I wrote. Because I don't want anyone to get hurt. He sent back. Especially Mark. Then another. And because there's something you should know. My heart thudded in my throat. I could hear my own breath in the quiet room. Every path bled into 10 others. Ignore him. Tell Lucy. Tell Mark. Meet Mike. Refuse Mike. Forward the texts to the church newsletter. a dark joke my brain made because fear sometimes dresses as humor. I sat there pretending I was the kind of person who makes clean, quick decisions, and discovered I wasn't. The next morning, I agreed to meet. Public place, mid-morning. The cafe where they make cappuccinos with little leaf hearts on top. It felt like neutral ground. My stomach was a small, angry animal. He was already there when I arrived, which irritated me on principle. He looked painfully ordinary. Early 30s, hair a fraction too long for corporate. Button-down rolled at the sleeves, a cautious smile sitting wrong on his face. He stood when I approached and stuck out a hand like we were beginning something instead of ending it. "Nate," he said. "Thanks for coming." "I know this is messy. You think?" I said, not taking his hand. I sat. The chair legs scraped the tile in a sound that made heads turn. Good, I thought. Let the world see some piece of this. He dropped his hand and clasped it with the other, then glanced toward the barista like he needed a referee. "I'll say what I need to quickly." He exhaled. "I care about Lucy." I didn't plan it. I don't think she did either, but I'm not trying to blow up her life. "Then stop," I said. "Delete her number. Leave her alone. Do I need to draw a diagram?" He nodded, like he agreed with the logic but not the emotion. "I tried," he said. "We both did. It kept not sticking." He looked at the table, then up again. "But that's not why I asked you here." I folded my arms. "Then why?" He swallowed. He had that look of a man who knows he's about to get punched. Physically, emotionally, morally, no matter what he says. "Because this isn't just about Lucy," he said, voice low. "And if anyone's going to help her, it has to be someone who sees the whole board." "You don't know the board," I said. "You just climbed onto it." He leaned forward and said something that made the room tilt. "Nate, I work with Mark." The words hit me harder than if he'd confessed 100 physical details. My brain did quick, stupid math. The new guy, the gym lunches, the Denver trip, the mower repair name, the way Lucy said, "pick up." A dozen puzzle pieces flipped all at once and locked. I must have gone pale because the barista drifted over and asked if we needed water. I stared at the little heart in the foam of Mike's cup and thought, the universe has a sense of humor with bad timing. "I'm telling you," he said, watching my face. "Because if this explodes, it'll blow through the office too. And because something's happening at work that..." He hesitated. "It's not my place to say, but it might help you decide what to do." I opened my mouth to ask what he meant. He glanced over my shoulder, and his eyes widened just enough to warn me a second before I heard the voice that made my skin crawl with recognition and dread. "Nate? Mike? Mark." Standing in the doorway of the cafe, gym bag on his shoulder, surprise sliding into curiosity, and that was the moment the whole porcelain life we carried between us began to crack. If there's a sound for a life cracking, it's not a shatter. It's a quiet clink, like a hairline fracture you only hear because everything else went silent. That's what I heard when Mark said our names. He looked between us with the good-natured confusion of a man who constantly assumes the best. He smiled, because he always smiles first. "What are the odds?" he said, stepping toward the table. "You two know each other?" I swallowed the truth so hard it burned. Mike nodded, a fraction too late. "We've run into each other. Work small world," I said, trying to sound casual. "I was just grabbing coffee," On a Monday? Mark glanced at my empty cup like it might explain something. He clapped Mike on the shoulder with the ease of a buddy from the gym. You heading in? In a bit, Mike said, and I hated the way he lowered his eyes. It read like apology. Mark angled his body toward me. You coming by tonight? Lucy made that pasta bake with the crispy edges you like. I thought of the texts under Mike's mower repair, the photo icon I hadn't opened, the way Lucy's voice had thinned when she said she felt invisible. I pictured her at the stove, spoon in the sauce, phone face down, guilt pooling like oil at the base of her throat. Maybe, I said. I'll let you know. He waved and backed toward the door. Cool. Don't be a stranger to Mike. You saved my hide with that budget variance. I owe you a beer. Then he was gone into the late morning glare, leaving behind the scent of gym deodorant and the afterimage of trust. I turned on Mike like a stove burner. You set that up? What? No, he rubbed his jaw. He goes to the gym at this hour sometimes. I didn't think. That's your specialty, right? Not thinking my voice came out low and mean, even to my ears, he absorbed it. I asked you here because something at work is shifting. Bryant fast-tracked a travel schedule. Denver got moved up to next week. Mark's presenting. He's under a lot. I've been covering, but I can't keep. Look, I don't want him blindsided twice. He met my eyes. And Lucy, she asked me not to tell him. I'm telling you because someone has to pull the emergency brake. I stood so fast the chair legs squealed again. Heads turned. Let them. Then this is the brake, I said. It stops now. No more texts, not even take care. Do you understand me? He nodded. I already changed her contact name back, deleted our thread, blocked new numbers. If she reaches out, I won't respond. Good, I said, though the word felt like a Band-Aid on a broken rib. And the work thing? He hesitated. You didn't hear this from me, but Bryant's looking for someone to send to Denver permanently if the client renews. It's down to 2. Mark and me. I blinked. You and... The sentence curled up and died between my teeth. I didn't plan that either, he said. I swear to you, I'm not angling to burn his life down. I stared at him, and what I saw wasn't a villain. It was worse. He was ordinary, afraid, hungry for the same stupid human things the rest of us are. Attention, approval, a clean storyline. He had stumbled into a room he didn't know how to leave. If Mark goes to Denver, I said slowly, Lucy's alone more. He nodded, misery crossing his face. I know. Or if you go... I let the silence finish the sentence for me. He pushed his cup away like the coffee had turned sour. I'll bow out if it comes to that. You can't promise that, I said. And it wouldn't fix the thing already broken. We left it there, because there are some knots you can't loosen by talking. Outside, the light was too bright. I walked to my car with that hollow feeling after a loud noise, ears ringing, heart too fast. On the drive home, I kept seeing the 3 of them under their pergola, the tidy backyard, the swing set, the chalk drawings on the patio that Eli refused to let the rain erase. People post pictures of that life with captions like, "Blessed." And honestly, they're not wrong. It is a blessing. That's why it should be guarded with both arms. Lucy texted an hour later from the shared family iPad, so it came through as the gray, Lucy and Mark bubble that made my breath pause. We okay? She wrote. He saw you and Mike? Yeah, I typed. I didn't say anything. Thank you, she wrote, and the 2 words felt like they weighed more than they should. That night I went over for dinner. I needed to see them in their habitat, to calibrate what was performance and what was muscle memory. The house smelled like baked tomatoes and basil. Eli raced Hot Wheels along the back of the couch and narrated an entire Grand Prix under his breath. Nora wore a tutu over pajamas and insisted I admire every twirl. Lucy plated pasta on wide white dishes and burned her wrist on the oven rack. She didn't flinch, just ran the spot under water and kept moving. Mark set the table and cracked jokes about the office, about the client who wanted a fun Q3 report. What does that even mean? He said, twirling his fork. Confetti in the pivot table? Don't tempt me, Lucy said, smiling without showing teeth. After dinner, while Mark took Eli to wash his hands, Lucy and I found ourselves by the sink, stacked plates between us like an improvised barricade. The faucet hissed. She didn't look at me, but her voice carried the weight of a whispered confession. I told him I'm unhappy, she said. Not about Mike, about the shape of our days. I tried to be specific. I miss us. I miss slow Saturday mornings. I miss talking about something besides logistics. He heard me. I think he did. He held my hand. He said Denver is short, and once Q3 wraps, he'll shift. I believe him and I don't. Both things at the same time. That's possible, I said. To believe and not. It's also possible to make a plan and keep it. The iPad on the counter lit up with a calendar alert for Eli Dental, Friday 10:30 a.m. Behind it, the Messages app pinged. The notification flashed across the locked screen. Mike's mower repair. Did you make it home okay? The words spent a full second in the open before fading. I didn't breathe. Lucy froze mid-scrub. Her hands trembled, plates slick with suds. I changed it, she whispered, horror in her voice. I changed it back. I swear. You missed the iPad, I said. Family devices sync. We looked instinctively toward the stairs. Nora had left a stuffed bunny halfway down, one ear bent. Eli's dinosaur poster was crooked on the wall. Mark's footsteps approached. Lucy slapped the iPad face down, water dripping from her wrists. Mark walked into the kitchen with Eli, who was bargaining for 2 bedtime stories instead of 1. He kissed Lucy's temple in passing, bumped my shoulder with his. Good pasta, he said. You need a second helping. I'm good, I said, voice thin. We got through dessert with brittle cheer. After the kids were in bed, we stood in the backyard under string lights. Mark talked about travel packing cubes like they were a moral calling. Lucy laughed in the right places. I nodded, eyes on the dark patch of grass where the slip and slide killed the lawn. I left before they could ask me to stay for one more episode of the home renovation show they mocked together. At home, I opened my phone and typed a message to Lucy twice and deleted it twice. What I wanted to say was, you're playing whack-a-mole with your own mistakes, and the holes are multiplying. What I wrote was, the iPad. Be careful. Her reply came quickly. I'm deleting everything now. I'm sorry. I hate this. I hate me. You don't hate you, I wrote. You hate the part that took the easy oxygen. No reply. An hour later, another text. Do I tell him? I could picture her on the edge of the bed, knees drawn up, the soft hum of the white noise machine the kids needed to sleep. Not the details. The emptiness. Yes, I typed. Tell the truth he can use. The next morning, my phone rang at 7:32 a.m. Caller ID: Lucy and Mark. I braced for Mark. It was Lucy. I told him, she said without preamble, at the table with cereal bowls between us. I said, I feel alone even when you're here. I said, I miss dating you. He didn't get defensive. He apologized. Her breath shook. He asked what I needed. I said, a walk without strollers. Your phone face down after 8 p.m., one date before your trip. He put the Denver itinerary away and drove Nora to preschool so I could shower in peace. He sent me a text at 11 that said, Sky is pretty at 11:03. She let out a wet laugh. He stole your line. He's trying, Nate. I leaned against my counter and closed my eyes. Good, I said. Keep asking for what you need. And stay away from... I deleted him, she said. Even the iPad. I told him to stop. He said, okay. Good, I said again, aware that good is a thin word. For 2 days, the air in our little orbit felt clearer. The texts didn't buzz. The iPad sat dark. Mark sent me a photo of Lucy's new haircut with the caption, How did I miss this? She looks great. Lucy texted a screenshot of a silly meme about bedtime negotiations and said, He laughed. For real, I let myself believe in course corrections. Wednesday evening, a storm rolled in and trapped us inside. I stopped by with a bag of board games and bad jokes. We made popcorn. The kids climbed on me like a jungle gym. Mark and Lucy lost a dramatic round of charades to Eli, who decided washing machine meant rolling on the carpet until he crashed into the bookcase. It was normal in a way that felt staged by a benevolent God. And then, because life is perverse, the universe put its thumb back on the scale. Lucy sent me a photo around noon on Thursday. Nora in rain boots, stomping through a puddle. Under it, a text. Therapy, Rex? Thinking maybe I should talk to someone. Before I could reply, another screenshot arrived. It was of her Messages app, the search field at the top with 3 letters typed. Mike. Below it, a curated graveyard. Past threads the phone thought she wanted. Mike's mower repair glowed like a neon sign. Even though the thread was deleted, the search preview still showed a cached line. You looked sad at pickup. Another. Last night was cut off. And a third with the photo icon. She wrote, I didn't mean to. Habit fingers. I didn't click. But my stomach did the thing where it drops down the stairs. I'm so tired of being my own worst surprise. Throw the phone across the room, I typed. Start again. 3 dots. Then, I'm meeting him. The room went cold. No, I wrote, the word jagged. Absolutely not. He messaged from a new number, she wrote. Said he wants to make sure I'm okay. That he's bowing out of Denver so we don't have to. I told him not to call, but I need to say it to his face. I need a finish line that isn't just a block button. Take me with you, I wrote. Because the idea of her alone with her worst decision felt like handing matches to a dry field. No, she answered. If I bring you, it turns into a tribunal. It needs to be small and quiet and over. My fingers hovered over the screen. The line between sympathetic and complicit is a tightrope, and I do not have the balance of a saint. Where? She sent 2 words. Creek Trail. The paved one behind the soccer fields. The one where neighbors walk in pairs, pushing strollers and pretending their lives aren't fraying. 5 p.m., right when parents leave work and kids get picked up. right when the sky does the soft blue thing that makes every bad decision feel like it could be forgiven. "You know what you're doing," I typed. "You're staging a coincidence in case someone sees." "I know," she replied. "I'm also making it safe for myself." "They don't cancel out," I wrote. She sent a final text. "Please trust me this one time." I did not trust her. I did not trust Mike. I did not trust my own judgment. I drove to the trail 20 minutes before 5 and parked one lot over, where the maple trees hid my car. The air smelled like wet dirt and cut grass. I put on a hoodie like I was undercover, which was ridiculous because I was a 30-something man crouching behind a row of recycling bins, trying not to feel like a villain myself. They met where the trail widens by the bench with the brass plaque. Lucy wore a raincoat and no makeup. Mike wore a baseball cap pulled low. They stood 3 feet apart like people practicing good boundaries and bad ideas. I couldn't hear their words, but I could read the shapes. "I'm sorry. This was wrong. You helped me feel seen. This cannot continue." He nodded, hands in pockets. She gestured at her chest like the problem lived there. They both looked like they were trying not to cry in public. And then I saw Mark. He was on the far path, head down, earbuds in, gym bag across his chest. He was early for his usual loop, or I was late tracking it. Either way, he was here, and the geometry of the scene snapped from gentle to catastrophic. I stepped out from my hiding place and started walking fast. Too fast to be invisible, not fast enough to intercept. I wanted to pull a fire alarm on the horizon, anything to scatter them. I wanted to take Lucy by the shoulders and turn her body so she faced me, faced home. Mark's head lifted. He saw me first. He waved, a baseline of friendliness that cut me like a paper edge. Then his eyes moved past me to the bench, and even from this distance, I watched comprehension rummage through his face like someone flipping through the pages of a book. Confusion, recognition, the faint recollection of a cap from the office, the shape of his wife's raincoat, the space between them, the way Mike's hands stayed in his pockets like he knew they couldn't be trusted if they wandered. Mark's feet slowed. He didn't run. He didn't shout. He did something worse. He took out one earbud as if to make room for the next words to be placed carefully inside his head. Lucy turned and saw him. The moment stretched like gum, thin, fragile, ready to snap. She said something I couldn't hear, and her hand lifted a few inches as if magnetized to Mark's chest, and then fell back to her side like a weighted pendulum. I watched my best friend's mouth form my name without sound. Nate. I closed the distance. My throat had that too big heartbeat lodged in it. "Walk with me," I said to Mark, as if any of this could still be redirected. He didn't take his eyes off them. "I'm already walking," he said. His voice was quiet, which made it worse. "Explain." "Not here," I said, because it felt like all the neighbors were watching from their kitchen windows, and if gossip were a weather system, the pressure was dropping. Mike stepped back like he was giving space to a sacred thing. "Mark," he started, but his voice cracked, and he stopped. Lucy's face. God. Her face was every bad choice she'd ever made and every good intention she'd meant to keep. "I'm sorry," she said. "I'm so sorry." Mark blinked and the world rearranged around the movement. He looked at me, and I watched him tally our history in an instant. Football games, cheap pizza, late-night drives in high school, holding Eli hours after he was born, building the pergola together while making fun of YouTube tutorials. Trust is a house you construct from ordinary days. I watched him check the beams with his eyes. I could almost hear him asking, "How long have you known?" 2 days, I said, because the calendar in my chest insisted on honesty. 3. I confronted her. I told her to end it. She did. I stopped because the story didn't help. I should have told you. He nodded once, a terrible royal nod. Yes, he said. Not angry. Not yet. Just cataloging. Lucy reached for him again and stopped herself. We didn't. She swallowed. I felt invisible. I dash. He lifted a hand and the gesture was gentle and devastating. I know you felt something, he said, the words careful. But you felt it with him. A wind picked up, the kind that carries early leaves and the smell of distant rain. A jogger passed and did a double take and then sped up, the awkward kindness of a stranger. Mark looked at me like I was the one who might keep him upright if the world tilted. Do I have to hear details? No, I said. You have to hear feelings. You have to hear what wasn't working. Not this, I gestured at the triangle we made on the path. He nodded, relieved, which told me he had imagined worse. A flicker of the man who makes dad jokes returned to his eyes. Okay, he said, and the word was a bridge we might yet cross. Let's go home, Lucy whispered. He looked between the two of us. For a second, I thought we had slipped past the bomb's blast radius. And then Mike, because he is a human being who makes human mistakes, said softly, "I'm sorry, man." And the word man was the wrong intimacy, the one that made everything we'd negotiated in the air fall like a dropped plate. Mark's face closed. He stood very still. "Nate," he said, still without anger, which scared me more. "Did you know he was Mike before today?" I saw the cafe, the gym bag, the smile at the door. I saw the 4 messages on the kitchen counter. "Yes," I said. "Monday." He nodded again. "And you didn't tell me." I was trying to... I didn't finish the sentence because I didn't know what I was trying to do. Protect Lucy. Protect the kids. Protect the fantasy of our block where the worst thing that happens is someone forgets who's bringing potato salad to the BBQ. He looked past me at the parking lot. "I have to get the kids in half an hour," he said, like he was reading a list out loud to keep from drowning. "We're not doing this here." He turned toward home. Lucy moved to fall in step and then hesitated like she needed permission to walk beside him. He gave her none, but he didn't tell her to stay. I let them go. Mike stayed on the bench, hands still in his pockets. A man who had broken something and couldn't pick up the pieces without cutting himself open. I followed at a distance, like a shadow that didn't want to be seen. At the corner, Mark stopped and tilted his head as if listening. I thought it was the wind. It wasn't. It was the chime from the family iPad that echoed through their open kitchen window. The notification sound they always forgot to mute. A message arrived with a polite ping that felt obscene. Bryant. Denver flight moved to Sunday. Need you two to travel together. Hotel booked. Double check. You two, Mike and Mark. The sound landed in the silence like a gavel. Mark stared through the window at the iPad propped on its stand, as domestic as a cutting board. He didn't look at Lucy. He didn't look at me. He said quietly, to no one, and to both of us, "I guess we'll have a lot to talk about on the plane." And in that moment, I knew the calm was over. The real storm was just now arriving. The strangest thing about storms is that sometimes they don't roar, they whisper. and the quieter they come in, the more dangerous they are. That week in our neighborhood, the air felt too still. Mark didn't raise his voice. Lucy didn't cry in public. They went through the motions of married life so seamlessly that most people wouldn't have noticed anything had shifted. But I had. And once you see the crack, you can't unsee it. Tuesday evening, I dropped by under the pretense of returning a tool. The pressure washer I'd borrowed last spring and never given back. Mark answered the door. His face was calm, polite, unreadable, like he'd rehearsed an expression that gave nothing away. "Hey, man," he said. "Thanks. Saved me from chasing you." We stood on the porch for a minute, and I tried to find the old rhythm, the old banter, but there was none. The weight in the air pressed everything flat. "Everything okay?" I asked carefully. He smiled, but it wasn't his smile. It was the one he uses at church potlucks when a deacon's wife tells him a story about her cousin's gallbladder surgery. "We're fine," he said. "Busy." Denver this weekend. Behind him, Lucy was at the table coloring with the kids. She didn't look up. Nora had marker smudges on her cheeks. Eli was building a T-Rex out of Legos. A picture of family. A picture that was already slipping out of its frame. Wednesday night, our small church group met in the Johnsons' backyard. Lawn chairs circled the fire pit. Bibles balanced on knees. Toddlers darting between us with juice boxes. Mark and Lucy showed up late, hand in hand, as if nothing had changed. They laughed at the right times. They held hands through the closing prayer. To everyone else, they looked like the couple you put on a marriage retreat brochure. I sat across the circle, watching Lucy's thumb trace the back of Mark's hand like she was making a promise in code. Watching Mark nod along with a verse about forgiveness, his jaw tight, eyes distant. Afterward, while everyone else was corralling kids into minivans, Lucy pulled me aside near the hedges. "He hasn't said anything," she whispered. "About, maybe he's waiting," I said. "For what?" I didn't answer, because I knew. He was waiting for Denver. Friday morning, Mark called me. His voice was steady but lower than usual, like someone had turned the volume knob down half a notch. "You free to grab lunch?" he asked. "Sure," I said, though I was anything but sure. We met at a diner halfway between his office and mine. He ordered a turkey club, ate half, then pushed the plate away. "I need you to tell me straight, Nate," he said. "How long did you know?" 3 days before the trail, I admitted. I confronted her. I told her to end it. She said she would, and you kept it from me. I thought I was protecting the kids, protecting you, buying her time to pull back. He leaned back in the booth, arms crossed. "So you decided what I could handle." The words were sharp, but his voice wasn't. That's what stung most. He wasn't angry. He was disappointed, like I'd failed a test I didn't know I was taking. "I'm sorry," I said. "I should have told you right away." He nodded once, slow. "Yeah, you should have." The silence stretched until the clink of silverware from the next booth filled it. Then he said something that chilled me. "You know what's funny? I'm not even mad at her. I'm mad at how easy it was." I frowned. "What do you mean?" He picked up a sugar packet, flipped it between his fingers. "I work late. She feels invisible. Some guy notices her haircut, and boom, the whole house is on fire. Years of marriage, kids, history, doesn't matter. Just takes one person who says the right words at the right time." He shook his head. "What's the point of building anything if it can collapse that fast?" I didn't have an answer. Saturday night, the eve of Denver. I stopped by again, under no pretense this time. Mark was in the garage, checking luggage. Lucy was upstairs packing the kids' overnight bags. Her parents were taking them while Mark traveled. I lingered in the doorway. "You ready?" He zipped the suitcase shut. "Ready as I'll ever be. Want me to check in on the kids while you're gone?" "Lucy's folks will cover it." He paused, then added, "But yeah, swing by. They'll like that." He closed the garage door and looked at me with an expression I'd never seen on him before. Resignation mixed with resolve. "You know what's worse than being lied to?" he said. "Having to sit next to the guy who helped do the lying for a 3-hour flight." "Mark," he cut me off. "Don't. Just don't." Sunday morning, I watched from my own driveway as their minivan pulled out. Lucy in the driver's seat, sunglasses on though the sky was overcast. Mark in the passenger seat, suitcase in the back. From the outside, just another business trip. From the inside, a powder keg on wheels. I stood there long after the taillights disappeared. The block was quiet, save for the hum of lawnmowers and the squeals of kids chalking driveways. Our neighborhood brochure life, still selling its illusion. The text started that evening, from Lucy. "He's quiet. Too quiet." From Mark. "Nothing." Monday afternoon, another from Lucy. They sat us in separate rows. He requested it Monday night. He won't look at me. I don't know what's happening. I typed and deleted a dozen replies. None of them fit. Tuesday morning, my phone buzzed with an unknown number. When I picked up, it wasn't Lucy. It wasn't Mark. It was Mike. "Don't hang up," he said quickly. "I know I shouldn't be calling you, but you need to know something." My chest tightened. "What?" His voice shook. Last night, he confronted me in the hotel lobby. I gripped the phone tighter. And he wasn't angry. He was calm. Too calm. He said we'd talk after the presentation today. Just us. A pause. "Nate, I don't think he's going to let this slide. I think he's planning something." I stepped into my backyard, staring at the swing set Mark and I had built together. The sky was gray, heavy with rain. "What do you mean?" I asked. Mike's answer came low, almost a whisper. He told me, "By the time we fly back, only one of us will have a job here." The line went quiet, except for the static of a storm rolling in, and that's when I realized the real battle wasn't in their marriage anymore. It was moving to the office, to their livelihoods, their reputations, their futures, and I was caught in the middle of it. The storm finally broke the night before their flight home. I knew because Lucy called me at midnight, whispering from the hotel bathroom while Mark slept across the room. "I can't read him, Nate," she said, her voice hoarse. "He's polite. He's kind to the kids on FaceTime, but with me, it's like I'm not there. He's waiting, and I don't know what for." She sniffed. I could hear the echo of tile, the hum of the vent. And Mike, he's avoiding me completely. Won't meet my eyes in meetings, won't sit with me at meals. But I feel it, the weight of everything unsaid. It's like I'm sitting between two storms and both are about to hit. I wanted to say, "You created this weather," but I didn't. I said, "Come home. One way or another, you need to face it here, not there." She exhaled shakily. "He's not going to leave it here. I can feel it." Wednesday, they flew back. I drove over that evening with a flimsy excuse, dropping off Eli's baseball glove he'd left in my yard. Mark was in the backyard, alone under the pergola. No grill smoke, no string lights glowing, just him, sitting in one of the Adirondack chairs, staring at the lawn. The kids were inside with Lucy, laughter spilling through the open windows like a cruel reminder of normalcy. I sat down across from him. The air smelled of wet grass, heavy after the storm. He didn't look at me. Do you know what he told me? I swallowed. What? Mark's jaw tightened. That she said I make her feel invisible. That she told him things she never told me. That their texts weren't about sex. They were about attention, about noticing, about listening. He said he didn't even care if I punched him, but he wanted me to know that. He finally turned his head, eyes dark. Do you know how that feels, Nate? To realize your wife's deepest words went to someone else's inbox. I couldn't answer. I didn't hit him, Mark said. Didn't yell. I told him one thing. Denver's over. He's not coming back to the office. I'll make sure of it. Mark, I started, but he cut me off. He's done. And when Bryant asks why, I'll give him a story that sticks. Are you sure that's what you want? He looked me dead in the eye. You think I'm going to sit across from him in meetings for the next decade? Pretend we're friends? Watch him smirk at me every time Lucy and I argue about groceries? Number. He's out. The certainty in his voice chilled me. This wasn't anger. It was strategy. The next week was quiet. Eerily so. Mark went to work, came home, tucked the kids in. Lucy hovered around him like a shadow, trying too hard. She sent me messages late at night. He's polite, distant. He won't talk about us. And another. Do you think he'll leave me? I didn't know what to say. Until Friday. I was at the hardware store when my phone buzzed with a text from Mark. Can you come over? Need to talk. Backyard. When I got there, Lucy was gone with the kids. Mark stood by the grill, not cooking, just staring into it like it might answer him. He's gone, he said without preamble. Mike? Mark nodded. HR called this morning. He resigned, packed up his desk yesterday after hours. No goodbye, no forwarding address. Just gone. The relief in his tone was so sharp it startled me. But under it was something else. Loss? Confusion? I couldn't tell. And Lucy? I asked. He blew out a long breath. I told her I know everything. Not details. Just enough. I said she broke something, but I'm not throwing away 7 years and 2 kids. I said if she wants to rebuild, it's on her to prove it. And what did she say? He looked down at his hands. She cried. Said she'll do anything. Therapy, church counseling, date nights. She begged me not to leave. And you? He finally met my eyes. I told her I'd stay. For the kids. For the history. Maybe for us. If she earns it back. He paused. But I also told her the next time I feel invisible, I won't be telling her. I'll just be gone. The words hung between us like smoke. Weeks passed. They started counseling. Lucy threw herself into it with desperate energy, planning date nights, sending Mark little texts that said, "Thinking of you," the way she once did with Mike. Mark responded, but I could see the wall in his eyes whenever we met. He was polite, but colder, less open. Our friendship had been rearranged, and I didn't know if it could ever go back. One evening, we sat on his porch while the kids rode bikes up and down the sidewalk. Lucy was inside on the phone with the counselor. Mark handed me a beer, leaned back in his chair. You know what the worst part is? He asked quietly. What? He took a sip, eyes on Eli wobbling past on training wheels. If you asked the neighborhood, they'd still say we're the perfect couple. Church-going, backyard BBQ, two cute kids. They don't see the cracks. They don't hear the silence. He looked at me, tired and sharp all at once. And maybe that's the point. Maybe we don't get the luxury of blowing up. Maybe we just patch the cracks and keep smiling, because that's what this life demands. I thought of Lucy, of Mike, of the texts under Mike's mower repair. I thought of the weight Mark carried quietly now, the way it changed him. You think you can live like that? I asked. He didn't answer right away. He just watched the kids loop the cul-de-sac, the sun dipping behind the houses, the sound of their laughter floating like it belonged to another world. Finally, he said, "I don't know, but I'm going to try." That was the last real conversation we had about it. They kept showing up at church, holding hands, kept grilling burgers under the pergola, kept playing their parts. Maybe that's what survival looks like. Quiet bargains nobody else sees. But every time I sit in their backyard now, with the smell of charcoal and the kids chasing fireflies, I still hear the ghost of that text vibrating on the counter. Can't stop thinking about tonight, and I know, no matter how polished the brochure looks, the truth is written in the cracks, because some things once seen can't ever be unseen. Every secret leaves a crack, and sometimes even love can't fully hide the damage. What do you think? Can trust ever be rebuilt once it's broken? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This was Lily. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.